I didn't quite think that one through, did I? Well, got the old pole out. Now, it's kind of a foggy, soggy morning, and I couldn't see out my top window above the cab, and apparently I had her lean back a little bit too far. That's why we kind of swung out on the bottom, but it's out. I'm gonna go get rid of this pole and start getting a transformer installed. And boop. Boom. Okay. So, a couple of videos back, you might have possibly been wondering what happened there on that electrical project, that the video kind of abruptly finished and you never saw anything be turned on, or well, because yeah, we ran into a little bit of a problem. The motor that's behind me, there it is right there, right next to my ear. That plate on there, if you know much about three-phase commercial power, you've got low voltage, you've got high voltage. Low voltage being 230, 240, high voltage being 460, 480, right in there. The data plate shows that that wire can be, that motor can be wired in both high voltage or low voltage, which is normal. A lot of three-phase motors have that option. Now, when we actually opened up and looked inside, there was only literally 3 wires, which meant it was only set for 1 voltage and low voltage. We are now high voltage. The old pole and the old service was low voltage because that was the only thing serviced was this 10 horse. So your power company, that's usually what they give you on small power, is low voltage. But when we upgraded to the 50 horse, we're eligible for high voltage, and you want to go high voltage if you can, because you don't pull the amps with the voltage. If you know your relation there with voltage versus amps, higher the voltage, lower the amps. Amps are what you get charged on. So 480 power is actually cheaper than 240 power. So okay, back to this. We open it up, we find it is only low voltage capable, and huge problem. Either have that motor rewound like it was originally and go dual voltage, or option B, install this sucker. This is a transformer. And what we've got our high voltage 480 coming in the 3 legs. And then down here, 1, 2, 3 is then coming out of the transformer. We are transformed down to 240 volts. And then this little critter, this blue guy, this is a 4th leg that gives us 120 volt single phase. So that's going to be real nice. That will eventually wind up outside of this cabinet. That will wind up as a 120 volt outlet to be able to plug whatever I might need to plug in. So We got a ground lug. We are basically ready. And the reason why there's a difference in the wire size, you probably already know this, right? But again, back to the amperage deal, you have to carry more amps with a 240 than you do a 480, so you can get away with smaller wire. 480 is better in pretty much every way, except for, you know, touching a live wire. That wouldn't be a whole lot of fun. But I'm going to finish this up here, get this cover put back on, and I am real close to kicking on power and testing everything. Okay, that one works. Rotation, I think, is the right way. We're going that way. Okay, cool. Okay. Is it going the wrong way? All right. Let's go see what's going on over here. Ha! Oh boy, that's some mud. That thing's got to clear out. That pump hasn't been on in a long time, actually. Oh, all right, we can get going duck season around here. Well, let's see here. We got a lot of stuff. That's got to be gaskets. Oh, we got a valve. We got a belt. Oh yeah, flanges. What is this? I don't even know what this is. This is nothing. That's what it is. Okay, all right. That's stuffing. Yeah. Yeah, there's all the bolts, flanges. What do we got up here? Oh, we got some elbows. Oh yeah, we got a flange adapter. Okay, we got another reducer coupling, some pipe, some glue. All right, all that to make that. Time to get to work. Yeah, it's empty. And that's a new bottle. This has happened to me one time before. Got a bottle exchange, and it was empty. We are all the way out here, out in the middle of beautiful nowhere. We have no acetylene. We're on a pretty big job. And we got oxygen. We're good there. I gotta make a cut. Right there. I don't know. I gotta go count and see how many cutoff discs I've got. Well, thank goodness for the spouse. She came in a tight situation. I don't think I would have been able to do this job without a torch. So she went, ran and got me the bottle, came all the way out here. Boom, there it is. Yellow is the full one, red one's the empty one. So now we can get to cutting. Well, all right, so we got the elbows in. Got the skews, if you can't hear me real well. The 10-horse pond pump is running in the background, thanks to me, with my professional amateur electrical skills. So what we got here? We got about 14 cubits. No, 66 and an 1/8. $66 and an 1/8. It doesn't get any easier or luckier than that. Wow. Okay, so now the plastic has got a little bit of give, so I'm going to cut this pipe 66 1/4, because we don't want a gap. No. I saved it. It was gonna run down the side of the hill, but I got it. All right. I didn't quite think that one through, did I? That's all right. We'll cut that right off. Okay. I think we got it. pretty much ready to bolt this thing all together. Valve goes in right there. It's laying right there. Got a couple of ports, air vent, 2-inch ball valve. Got that flange all welded on down here, ready to be bolted together. Making some pretty good progress. But I'm gonna do one thing real quick. Let's throw some paint on this real fast. Pretty nice that now it decides to get windy. And that is a day's work right there. Not bad. Started out with nothing here. We're piped up. Got that valve in. We pretty much matched the schematics to a T. We got a 2-inch ball valve. We got a 2-inch air vent going out the top. Tied in 10 to 8-inch bell. Got the old one cut off, obviously. Got a coat of Rust-Oleum on there. See how long that stays glossy. But not bad, not bad. I didn't change much. The only thing I changed is they had an adapter here that would go out to something about there, and then this guy would then bolt to that. But obviously, I bypassed that program, and we just welded the flange right to the old Victaulic. That's what came off right there. 8-inch flange. We're bolted on, headed out to water. And I think I need to make a stand underneath this. That pallet, as oaky as it might look, that thing's filled up with a bunch of concrete with a steel stake pressed down. It gives me another spot to be able to walk out here just a little bit further. And with it being filled with concrete, I can walk all the way out here on the edge. Will it last forever? No, but you know, this isn't the Hilton here. We're not trying to be real fancy. It does the job. And I need to build a stand right underneath here, because this is now empty. I had to go out there on the river screen and dump all the water out of this tube so that I could actually manhandle this thing around. But I will say this has been a pretty good little project, and the old welding trailer, pretty proud of that. First real job was today and worked out fantastic. That diesel welder ran for a long time today. I probably burnt 3 or 4 gallons of diesel at the most. Can't beat it. So I'm gonna put my tools away. I'm gonna pack it in and head home for the day. Well, I'm back on this job yet another day. Well, got all the big stuff out of the way, and today should be the last day. It should be a short day. Just gonna wrap up the loose ends. Let me show you. Here's our Boxo parts. We've got a submersible utility pump. We've got an LED simple pole light right there. We've got electrical parts. We've got pipe parts. Goals for today are a stand to go underneath there to help support that long tube going out to the river screen. Going from right here, 1.25 NPT, out all the way down into that sump right there. That's where the pump goes, is down in there. And that will be our water supply to charge this pump. This is not a self-priming pump. Enough air that would fill that coffee cup right there in this cavity will stop this pump from moving water. that thing is 0 priming capability, so we have to have it primed with a primer pump, unfortunately. So we got to install an outlet here with a switch to get the power to said pump, and then water back out of the pump. Like I said, plugged into that 1.25 inch. That's what that stuff is. That's what's down there. And like I say, we're going to put ourselves a little small porch light, not real bright, but enough where it won't be pitch black, because out here it gets pitch black. So that is the plan. All right, got the light installed. Now, the plan was to get it up there about another 4 or 5 feet further, but I wasn't quite man enough to stand up on this into this crane right here. All right, getting closer. So this little blue wire is coming from my transformer to give me 120 volt fused, coming from there, going to down into my light. So now my dusk to dawn light will be controlled. It obviously has its own sensor for dusk to dawn, or if I want to, I can come over here and manually shut it off if I don't want it to be on. Sometimes I've been known to sit out here early in the morning and look at the stars. So we're going to leave that for on, but then we got a black wire here going down the conduit. That is headed over to here. And blue, this is coming from the box. I've got my ground and my hot. I'm using this. These are extra wires here. That's why they've got red tape on them. That's the red bundle. This is the blue bundle. And black and ground. And then this right here is my cord going to the pump. Going over the pump, the priming pump, and I'll show that in a few minutes. I'm going to wire this switch in. This is just going to be an extra outlet. For some reason I need to plug in. I can get power here. And then right here, this is going to turn the pump on and off. So let me throw this plug in real quick, and we're getting pretty close. So moving on to plumbing. Okay, we're pulling water right out of there. That 1-inch line coming in here. Now, I did run into a problem. I didn't have the 120 leg in there, the center tap wired correctly. So I didn't have 120 volts. I don't have 120 volt single phase. I got to go do some homework on how exactly to get 120 out of 243 phase. It does have the center tap, but like I said, I am not an electrician. I'm a professional amateur. I got to go, like I said, research that some more and figure out how exactly that's supposed to be wired. So for now, we're pulling off of the generator. Let's try this thing out for the first time. I think we're ready. All right, we're going. Starting to get some water there. We're moving some water. What's going on over here? Oh man, we got 30 pounds of pressure. We're gonna take and close this down just a little bit. Ooh, look at these little nasty little things. $33 pounds. What's going on over here? There we go. That river screen is wanting to start doing something. Well, you know, the day wasn't going too bad, really. Got a bunch of electrical stuff installed. Yeah, didn't quite get that transformer figured out on how to get that 120 single phase correct. But, you know, got a bunch of other stuff done. Got this pump down in here installed. We actually got it going. we were moving water and everything, and then it all went to shit. So yeah, fight for another day. I'm gonna end this here and put my tail between my legs and head home. Sun's already starting to go down. Get the transformer figured out, come back here, do battle with this to get this, get the inlet tube back on the river screen. I've had to do this a long time ago. This one's gonna be fun. So then somewhere in here, I'm going to put a check valve in. It's gonna be a big honking check valve. See, what happened was, so the water went that way, and then I shut the pump off, and the water pressure turned around and went back the other way. Blowing that off. That's when it went to shit, right there. So, yep, check valve. Okay. Well, got the tube put back on the river screen, got a bridge built, that was a bonus round, and got this transformer all figured out. We got ourselves 120 volt single phase. And for the switch, there we go. Appreciate you watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. See you on the next one.